Hello everyone. As part of today's session, we are going to discussing about PHP operators and as well as expressions. So before going to discussing about all these things and what are the different types of operators we are having in case of PHP and what is meant by expression. So first we need to know about what is meant by an operator. So operator nothing but it is one kind of symbol which we generally use for performing some kind of operation. So in PHP, we are having multiple types of operators. So some of them we are having is arithmetic operators. The second one we are having is assignment operators. Third one we are having is equality and comparison operators. So fourth one we are having increment and decrement operators. Next one we are having is bitwise operators. The next one we are having is logical operators, and the last one we are having is string operators. So totally 7 different types of operators we are having in case of PHP language. Okay, so out of them, first we are going to discussing about arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators nothing but basically they are going to be used for performing arithmetic operations. So arithmetic operations nothing but basic mathematical operations, like subtraction, multiplication, addition, division and modulus, right? So totally in order to perform all these different types of operations we are having various symbols, like plus. So plus we are going to using for performing addition. So minus we are going to be using to perform subtraction. So then we are having asterisk symbol. So asterisk symbol we are going to be using to perform multiplication. So then we are having slash symbol. So in order to perform division operation we are going to be using slash symbol, right? So division operation always it will produce quotient. So then the last one we are having is modulus operation. So whenever you are going to be performing modulus operation, always it will produce a remainder. So all these different types of arithmetic operators are what are the different types of PHP operators or any kind of language operators we are having. So basically they will be performed on top of operands. So operands nothing but either it may be some kind of variable which are holding some values, or they may be some kind of constant values. So let us say you want to perform addition operation or subtraction operation or multiplication, whatever it may be. So in order to perform addition operation, minimum you require 2 different types of variable. So because of that, addition, subtraction, all these we generally call as binary operators. So since we are requiring 2 different types of variables, right? So 2 different variables nothing but here 2 different operands, right? So or else it may be some kind of 2 different types of constant values, or it may be some kind of 1 variable and 1 constant, whatever it may be. So generally operand nothing but it is either it may be a variable or it may be some kind of constant. So let us say we are having a plus b. So in this case we are having 2 different types of variables. So here let us say we are having a plus 5. So a plus 5, if you are going to be observing, there we are having 1 variable and 1 particular constant value. So let us say we are having 10 minus 8. So in this case both are constant values. So basically operator nothing but it is one kind of symbol which is used to perform some kind of operation on top of operand. Operand nothing but either it may be a variable or even it may be a constant value. Okay, so all these 5 arithmetic operation we can perform in PHP with the help of all these 5 different types of symbols. Okay, so first we will go with one basic simple program, PHP script we are going to be here demonstrating in order to perform different types of operations that we can perform using PHP operators. So we are going to writing one single PHP script So which is going to be demonstrating all different types of operators we are having in case of PHP language. Okay, so in order to represent that one, so take one notepad, so save that file. So first we need to click on file, then we need to go to save as. So then here, so under that one, go to C drive. So within C drive we need to go to XAMPP. So under XAMPP we need to go to htdocs. So for this one I am going to here giving the name as operators.php. So file type should be, you have to select all files. So then click on save here. So this is a particular PHP script where we are going to demonstrating the usage of all different types of PHP operators we are having. So first we need to here begin with HTML/HTML. So within HTML we need to include both header section and as well as body section. So within the inside of the header section we need to actually here include title of this particular PHP web page you are going to be designing. Okay, so let us say the title I am going to providing is here PHP operators itself. So since it is going to be demonstrating all the various operators we are having in PHP, so within the inside of the PHP, so begin your PHP opening tag, so then keep your PHP closing tag. So in between this opening and closing PHP tag, so now you need to perform all the various operations you are going to be having. Actually, so in case of PHP, so all the variable names you need to here precede with $ symbol. So here also $. Okay, so you can't directly perform on top of variable names. Before the variable names you need to keep here $ symbol. So let us say here we want to first demonstrate arithmetic operators. Okay, arithmetic operators. Okay, so in order to demonstrate this one, so first we are going to displaying one heading, so simply like arithmetic operators. In the next line, so what we are going to doing is here we are going to taking two different variables. So let us say we are having variable 1, so whose value you are going to giving something like 10. So then you are going to taking variable 2, so whose value you are going to be taking as 5 here. So then followed by that one, so you are going to taking so sum, difference, so then you are going to be taking prod, so then you are taking quotient, so then followed by that you are going to be taking here remainder variable. So so the addition of variable 1 and as well as variable 2 you are going to be storing in sum variable. So $sum equal to so $var1 plus $var2. So then followed by that one, the difference between both variable 1 and variable 2 you need to store in a variable called difference. So then the multiplication of variable 1 and variable 2, that result you need to store in a product variable. So $var1 into so $var2. So within the quotient, so you need to here store the result of the division operation. So that is in between variable 1 and variable 2 you need to perform division, and whatever the result you are going to be obtaining you need to store in where quotient variable. So then in between both the variables you need to perform modulus operation, and whatever the modulus operation result we are having we need to store in remainder. So then followed by that one, so you need to here so take echo command. So using echo command, so try to display the result of both all the operations we perform. So let us say you want to here perform addition. So the result of the addition, whatever you will get, so you need to display using those variable values. So suppose here in case of sum, if you take, you are going to adding the values of variable 1 and variable 2. So variable 1 value is 10. So variable 2 value is 5 here. So as the result we have to display here something like sum of 10 and 5 is 15. So like this we need to here display the result. So for doing this one, what we need to do is here echo quotation starts. So sum of, so 10 value we are having in variable 1. So keep here $var1, and so variable 2 value, that is 5, we need to represent with $var2 is, and the result 15 we are having in sum variable. So here you need to use the variable $sum. So then in order to display the next output in next line, so we need to use here break tag. Okay, so then in the same way, so we need to here display all remaining 4 operations result here. So difference, product, quotient, and as well as remainder. Okay, so I have copied the same line, and I am going to here updating. So instead of sum, now we need to display here difference. Difference of variable 1 and variable 2 is the result we are going to be storing in difference. Okay, so then product. So product of variable 1 and variable 2 we have stored in prod variable. So then the quotient value is available in QUO. And then finally the remainder operation is performed on top of variable 1 and variable 2, and the result we have stored in REM variable. Okay, so this is how we are going to be displaying all the 5 results. Okay, so in order to run this script, so we need to here run actually XAMPP server. So for time being I have already ran this XAMPP server. So now we need to go to browser. So here browser we need to type localhost, so then followed by localhost. So we need to here give the file name operators.php. So here you can see that sum of 10 and 5 is 15, difference is 5, product is 50, quotient is 2, remainder what you are getting is here 0. So then followed by this arithmetic operators. So whatever the next kind of operators we are having, those operations result also we need to display in the same script output here. So for that one, so what we are going to doing is here, so here we are going to just keeping, so here one continuous dotted line. So then use here break tag so that we can go for next line. So on the same thing you need to apply for all the remaining orders operators here. So then followed by arithmetic operators. So we are having the next operators is what? Assignment operators. So here you can give as assignment operators. So then again you need to display after assignment operators one break line. So then after that one, the same thing you need to copy for remaining also. So after assignment operators we need to go with equality and comparison operators. So then followed by this you need to discuss about bitwise increment and decrement operators. So then followed by this you need to here discuss about bitwise operators. Then after this one you need to discuss about logical operators. So then followed by logical operators we need to discuss about the last kind of operators in PHP, that is string. Okay, so then followed by coming back to our discussion, so then followed by arithmetic operators, the next one we are having is assignment operators. So assignment operators, so nothing but here we have actually so two different types of assignment operators. One is the default assignment operator, so which we generally represent with the help of equals to symbol. So equals to symbol, so what actually do is here it is going to assigning one particular value or variable value to another value or another variable here. So let us say we are having 6, that 6 value you want to store in some another variable. So in that case you can give like variable name equal to 6 here. So x is here target variable where we are going to storing the value 6 here. So 6 value has been assigned to here x. Okay, so r some $y variable we are having, that particular $y variable value you want to assign to some another variable called $x here. So these kind of assignment operations, so we generally perform with the help of default assignment operator, so which we represent with the symbol equals. So then followed by default assignment operators, we are having shorthand operators, or the same we can also call as shortcut operators. So shortcut operators nothing but, so here assignment operator has been combined with all the basic arithmetic operators whatever we are having. So like plus equals to, so then we are having minus equals to, so then we are having multiplication equal to, so then we are having division equals to, so then we are having modulus equal to. Okay, so arithmetic assignment operator, so then we are having subtraction assignment operator, so then we are having multiplication assignment operator, so then we are having division assignment operator, the last one we are having is modulus assignment operator. So how it is going to be executed actually means, so let us say we are having some expression like a plus equals to b. So actually the meaning of this particular statement is, so here whatever the left hand side variable that is going to be appearing here, so which is nothing but a, so that is actually part of right hand side operation also. So a plus equal to b we generally can write as a equal to a plus b. So actually it is the full form of the expression, it is the short form of the expression. So whenever in any kind of expression, so if whatever the variable we are having at the left hand side, if the same thing is also again appearing at the right hand side also, so then in order to here minimize the usage of the variable names, so what we are going to be doing is here, so instead of writing the variable name twice both at the left hand side and as well as right hand side, so that variable name you are going to be writing only at one particular side here. So and instead of only using the assignment operator, so before assignment operator we are going to be using here plus symbol, so means not only plus here, so whatever the right hand side operator we are having, so that one you are going to simply preceding before equals to here. So similarly, so let us say we are having a asterisk equal to b, so that one you can actually write as a equal to a into b. So not only with the help of variables, so let us say we are having, so x division equal to, so some 5. The meaning of this statement is x equal to x by 5. So all these assignment operators works in the similar way here. So whenever we are having same variable at the left hand side and as well as right hand side, so that one in short form we are going to be representing with the help of these shorthand operators. So that is before the name of the assignment or operator, so we are going to here simply placing whatever the right hand side operation you are going to be performing. So in this case, so at the right hand side you are going to be performing addition, so that one you are going to be keeping before assignment here. So in this case you are going to be performing multiplication at the right hand side, so that one you are going to be preceding before your assignment operator. So this one we generally call as shorthand or shortcut assignment operators here. So the same thing you are going to be now implementing within your program also. So in your code, so go to assignment operators. So within the assignment operators, whatever the 5 shorthand assignment operators we are having, so that one we are going to be now discussing here. Okay, so let us say, so we are having 2 variables. So I am going to taking here, so 5 different variables here. So something like, so $num1, so equal to some 10. So then I am going to, sorry, instead of taking here echo, only simply I am taking $num1. So then we are having 4 more variables. So something like, so num1, num2, num3, num4, So then num5. So after this one, so display all the values here. So here simply display variable num1 value using echo dollar num1. Okay, so now followed by that, so display all the remaining 4 variable values. So something like num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to so some 20, so num3 equal to so some 30, so num4 equal to so some 8, so then num5 equal to some 10 here. So here something like num1 equal to, okay, so then followed by that num2 equal to, num3 equal to, so num4 equal to, so here num5 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here also dollar num1, num2, num3, num4, num5 here. Okay, so what we are doing actually is here we are taking 5 variables num1, num2, num3, num4 and num5. So within that 5 variables we stored some values. The same values we are going to be displaying something like num1 equal to 10 like within your browser output. So see the output here. So here you are going to be having num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 20. So this output has been displayed in the same line. So instead of displaying in the same line, if you want to display in different lines, we need to use here break tag. Break, break, break. So here also break. So see the output you are getting in different lines here. Okay. So after displaying that, so what we need to display is now here we need to actually perform some different operation here. So dollar num1 plus equal to 5. So what is the meaning of this one is to the existing num1 value you are going to be adding 5 and the same result you are going to be here storing back in num1 itself. So then followed by that you are going to be here performing dollar num2 minus equal to 5. The meaning of this statement is from the existing num2 value you are going to be subtracting 5 and the result again you are going to storing back in num2. The same kind of logic you are going to be applying for num3. Num3 equal to num3 into 5. So then num4. So num4 slash equal to I am giving as division by 2. So then num5. So num5 modulus equal to I am giving is here 2. So the output how I want to display is here after performing num1 plus equal to 5. What is the updated num1 value? After performing num2 minus equal to 5, what is the updated num1 value? So here echo after evaluation of num1 plus equal to 5. Num1 is some dollar num1. Then use break tag here. Okay, so this is how I want to display the output. Okay, so then the same thing I want to apply for so remaining 4 operations. Okay, so after evaluation of num1 plus 5, here num2 equal num2 minus equal to, so then num3 minus asterisk equal to, so then num4 slash equal to 2, so then num5 division equal to 2. So here we want to display updated num2 value here num3, num4 and as well as num5. The output you want to display is here num2, num3, num4 and as well as num5. Okay, so see the output. So initially num1 was 10. After evaluation of num1 plus equal to 5 means currently 10 we are having, to that one we are adding 5. You are getting 15. So num2 value we are having 20. So 20 minus 5 equal to 15 here. So like that you are going to be applying all these shorthand operators. So followed by assignment operators. The next kind of operators we are going to be having is here. So we are having equality operator and comparison operators. So we'll discuss now about equality and comparison operators. So equality operators, so nothing but in order to check here whether two particular variables are equal or not. So we are going to using three different types of operator. So one is equals to operator, the second one is not equals to operator, the third one we are having is identical operator, or the same we can also call as strict equality operators. Okay, so why we are going to using equals to operator means, let us say we are having here two different variables, $a whose value we are having 10. So then we are having $b. So $b value we are going to having here something like 35 here. So then we are having one more variable $c. So $c value we are going to be here having 10. So initially whatever the 10 value we stored in A is integer type. Within C whatever we have stored is 10 is of string type here. Okay. So let us say now you are going to be performing $a equal to $b. So A value is 10 and B value is 35. So means it will produce the result as false here. Why? Because both are not same here. So false means it won't display nothing. It won't display anything. So means here nothing will be displayed. Okay. So then let us say if the same thing what we are doing is here. So $a equal to if you are going to using here $c. So actually even though A is of integer type and C is of string type, both are having 10. So without checking their particular data type, so equality operator what it will do is here it will check only contents. So A is having 10, C is also having 10. So its type doesn't matter. So irrespective of that, so it will compare the values and it will display true or false here. So since both A and C are having 10 and 10, it will returns true. So true nothing but it will returns 1 here. Okay. So but instead of using here equals to operator, if you are going to be using identical or strict equality operator, let us say you are going to be using here $a triple equals to $c. So in this case, even though A and C are having 10 and 10, so here only values are matching, but their data types are not matching. A is of integer type, C is of what type? String type here. So because of that, it will returns false here. Okay. So means it won't display anything. Nothing will be displayed here. Okay. So then followed by that, the comparison operators whatever we are having is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So then we are having is all these comparison operators we are having less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and as well as greater than or equal to. So then the last actually, so we forgot to discuss about not equals to. So not equals to means, so it will check whether both the values are different. If they are different, it will return true. If they are same, it will return false here. Let us say we are going to be having here $a not equal to $b here. Okay. So $a means it is 10. 10 is not equal to B value. B value is 35. 10 is not equal to 35. It is actually true. So here it will returns the true value. Means it will display the result as 1 here. Okay. So less than why we are going to be using is here to compare whether first variable value is less than second variable value or not. $a less than $b. 10 is less than 35. 10 less than 35. True or false? It is true. So means it will return 1. Okay. So let us say, so here followed by this, we are having greater than. So here the same operation you are going to be performing. Something like $a greater than $b. So here 10 greater than 35. It is false. So false means nothing will be displayed here. The same kind of treatment we can here perform with the help of less than or equal to and as well as greater than or equal to. Okay. So let us say we are having $a less than or equal to $b. So $a means 10 less than or equal to 35. So 10 is less than 35. It is true. Means it will return 1. So then followed by that $a greater than or equal to $b. So 10 greater than or equal to 35. True or false? It is actually false. Neither 10 is greater than 35 nor it is equal to 35. So means it will returns false. False means nothing will be here displayed. The same thing we are going to be discussing in terms of programming. Okay, so followed by assignment operators, we need to go with equality operator. So for implementing this one, actually I'm going to taking two different, we can go with three different operands here. E1, whatever we have taken, 10, and as well as 35, and as well as 10 in string format. E1 equal to 10, E2 equal to 35, E3 equal to, you are going to be taking again 10 in string format. Okay, so here we need to display the result like 10 equal to 35 is true or false. So true means it will return 1, so false means it won't return anything. So for doing this one, we are going to taking echo. So here we have to display, first thing is E1 equal to E2 value we need to check here. 10 equal to 35 is true or false, we need to display. True means 1, false means nothing will be here displayed. Okay, so here 10 equal to 35, so 10 nothing but E1 value, $E1 equal to $E2 is, we need to here display result. So result display, here we have to perform as a separate operation. So for that reason, close the message, then keep comma. So here you have to keep $E1 equal to $E2. So then after that one, you need to go to the next line. So for doing this one, you need to take break tag. Okay, so then $E1 is not equal to $E2. So then after that one, $E1 triple equals to $E3. E1 triple equals to $E3. So after this one, so we are going to here performing comparison operators. $E1 less than $E2 is $E1 less than $E2. Okay, so then after that one, greater than $E1 greater than $E2, greater than symbol. So then after this one, $E1 less than or equal to, so then after this one, $E1 greater than or equal to, $E1 greater than or equal to. Okay, so now check the output. See, so somewhere we are having error. Where? So here echo quotation starts, comma, $E2 not equals to. Actually, we forgot to remove the statement which we taken as an example. Okay, so now check the output. Yeah, we got the output. So 10 equal to 35, true or false? False means it won't display anything. 10 is not equal to 35, it is true, so 1 is displayed. So 10 triple equal to 10, actually we compared with string and integer, so means false means it won't return anything. 10 less than 35 is true, 1. 10 greater than 35 is true, false, it is not displaying anything. 10 less than or equal to 35, true, 1. 10 greater than or equal to 35, false. Okay, so it not displaying anything. Okay, so then followed by that one, so we need to go with our operators concept. So followed by this one, we need to discuss about increment operators. Okay, so increment operators, we are having two things. So one is increment and decrement. So increment we represent with plus plus. So then decrement we represent with minus minus. So why we are going to using increment and as well as decrement operator means, so let us say we are having some variable. Okay, so we are having suppose x, so whose value we are having is 10. So to this particular 10 value, if you want to add one value, so means currently in any variable whatever we are having the value, that value if you want to here update with by adding 1, so in that case we need to go with increment. So that is, we need to here to x add 1, and that value you need to again store back in x itself. Okay, so this is the meaning of our intention. Okay, so this kind of statement we can write down as $x plus plus. Okay, so let us say instead of here adding the value 1 to the current variable content, so from the current variable content, if you want to here subtract one value, so in that case you need to go with decrement operators. Let us say we are having y variable whose value we are having 20. Okay, so from 20 you need to here subtract 1, means from y you need to subtract 1, and whatever the result you are going to be obtaining, that one you need to again store back to in y. So means y equal to y minus 1. So in that case you need to here use decrement operators. Okay, so increment and decrement operators actually we are going to be classifying as pre-increment, then post-increment. So then we are having pre-decrement. So then we are having post-decrement. Okay, so pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. So all this have been classified. So based upon the position where we are going to be here keeping our increment and decrement symbols. Okay, so increment symbol or decrement symbol, if we are going to be keeping within any expression, let us say we are having $y. So in that one you are going to here storing the incremented value of $x. Okay, so but that one how we are going to be incrementing means, so here before the variable name itself we are going to be keeping increment operator, means before the name of the variable if you are going to be keeping increment operator, so that one we are going to be calling as pre-increment operator. Okay, so here instead of this, okay, so suppose the same increment operator if you are going to be keeping followed by the variable name, so that one we call as post increment operator. Okay, so here suppose, so same thing, decrement operator. So y we are having, so within y we want to store here decremented x value. So but decrementation you are going to be keeping before variable name, so that one we call as pre-decrement operator. Okay, so then post decrement operator means, so this decrement operator you are going to be keeping after the name of the variable. So preceding means we call that one as pre-increment, succeeding means we call that one as post increment. The same thing will be applied for decrement operators also. Okay, so what is the difference between pre and post increment means, so let us say we are having some variable called x, so that value we are having 10. Okay, x variable value is 10. So here $y equal to, you are going to be writing something like plus plus $x here. Okay, what is the meaning of this one means, so before going to assigning x value to y, first we need to increment x value with 1, and whatever the updated and new x value we are having, that one we need to store in y here. So let us say here this statement how we can write down means, initially increment x value means $x has to be incremented with 1, and the result you need to here store again in x, then updated x value whatever we are having, so that one you need to store in y here. Okay, so this is the meaning of pre-increment. Okay, so post increment means what you are going to be doing is here, so let us say we are having x variable value 10. Okay, so then followed by that one, so what you are doing is $y equal to, so here you are going to be writing $x plus plus. Okay, the meaning of this statement is first current x value you need to store in y, then followed by that one you need to increment x value with 1 here. Okay, so $y equal to assign current x value. Okay, so here then followed by that one increment x value here, $x equal to $x plus 1 here. So if you apply the logic for this one, so here after evaluating this $y equal to plus plus $x, so what will be the x value and what will be the y value means, actually here initially we need to increment x value, means you will get here x value as 11, that updated x value you need to here store in y. So means both x value and as well as y value you will get as 11 here. Okay, so but whereas in case of post increment, so here what will happen means initially x value whatever we are having we need to assign to y here. Means here y value you need to here initially update as 10. So then followed by that one, so x we need to increment, means new x value will be old x value, that is 10 plus 1, means you will get as 11. Means after evaluation x value will be 11, y value will be here 10 only. Okay, the same thing we can here apply for even decrement operators also. Okay, so let's check one example within our program. So increment and decrement operator, we are taking $x equal to 10. So then $y equal to plus plus $x. Okay, so here display echo after evaluation of y equal to plus plus x. X and y values are, okay, so $x and $y. So then use break tag, terminate with semicolon. Okay, see here the output. So initially x value was 10, so now we incremented x value, means first you need to get the x value as 11. So x value you got is 11, so then the same x value you need to store in y. Okay, so y value also you have to get as 11. Okay, so you got 11 and 11. Okay, so after this one, so again what I am going to doing is here, so here again x value I am going to reassigning as 10. So but now instead of here plus plus $x, we are going to here taking as $x plus plus. Okay, again display the same thing after evaluation of y equal to x plus plus, x and y values, means initially here x value is 10, current x value we need to assign to y, means y value you should have to get as 10 and x value should be updated later. X value should now you have to get as 10 plus 1 means 11. 11 and y you have to get for x and y. See the result, 11 and 10. Okay, the same thing even you can apply for decrement also. Okay, so here instead of plus plus use minus minus, instead of plus plus use here minus minus. After evaluation of y equal to y minus minus x, after evaluation of y equal to x plus plus use here y minus x minus minus here. In this case x value should be here initially decremented, means 10 to 9 it will be changed. The same 9 value will be here stored in y also. Here initially x value is 10, that 10 you are going to assigning to y, and later x value you are going to decrementing as 9. Okay, see the result, you got the same thing. Okay, that is about the increment and as well as decrement operators. Then followed by increment and decrement, then we are having bitwise operators. Okay, so bitwise operators basically we can perform on normal integer values. So in order to perform bitwise operators you need to have at least 2 operands here. So why? Because it is a binary operator. So here bitwise operators what we are having is bitwise and bitwise or bitwise not, bitwise exclusive or. So then we are having is bitwise left shift, then bitwise right shift. Okay, I am not going to be much discussing about all these things. So as you already know about the working nature of bitwise operators. So why we are going to using and means, so basically here whenever we are having 2 particular integer values, so those should be converted into binary format. So on top of binary format values you need to here perform bitwise operations from 2 operands bit by bit here, means bitwise you need to perform the AND operation here. So bit is nothing but both the values will be here in ones or zeros format, right? So when we are going to using bitwise AND, So whenever both the values are ones, means nothing but true. So then only the result will be here 1. So otherwise it will be taken as what? 0. So when both ones, result is 1. Otherwise it is 0. Okay. So but in case of here bitwise OR, both should be zeros. In both cases the values are 0, means the result is 0. Otherwise the result will be here 1. Bitwise NOT means it is producing actually complement value of the given number. Bitwise XOR means, so whenever both the values are 0 or 1, result will be here 0. In remaining cases it will be 1. Okay, so bitwise left shift means bit values you are going to be performing the left shift or right shift, so depending upon the operand whatever we are going to be taking. Okay, so let us say we are going to be here performing 8 left shift by 2, means the binary format of 8 value has to be shifted towards left side by 2 positions. Okay, so 8 right shift by 2 means here 8 value binary format should be here shifted towards right side by 2 positions. So that is the meaning of this bitwise operators. Okay, the same thing I am going to be here demonstrating within even our program also. Okay, so within the bitwise operators I am going to taking 2 particular variables. So $b1, so whose value I am going to taking as 8, $b2, so whose value I am going to taking as 10 here. Okay, so now, so here I am going to be performing all these bitwise operations. Okay, so echo, so we want to perform here AND operation, OR operation, exclusive OR operation between B1 and B2. Okay, so $b1 and $b2 is true means 1, false means it won't display anything. Okay, $b1 and $b2. So in order to go to the next line you have to use break tag. So then you have to perform B1 or B2 is $b1 or B2. So then exclusive OR, $b1 exclusive OR $b2, $b1 exclusive OR $b2. So then $b1 left shift by $b2 positions, $b1 left shift by $b2 positions, $b1 right shift by $b2 positions, right shift. Okay, so then complement of $b1 is, complement means tilde symbol, $b1 break. Result will be also converted into back to integers. Okay, so see the result, you got the error here. So we'll check where we are having error. Okay, so here we got the error. So within echo we have CC, so that is one of the error. We remove that one and see the result. So you got the result. Okay, 8 and 2 result, 8 or 2 result. So you got here, so complement of 8 you got as -9. Okay, so then we have to go move back to the logical operators. So the logical operators we are having is 3 types. So basically logical operators you can only perform on relational expression. Okay, so where we are going to using comparison operators. Okay, so expression result will be true. So first expression and second expression results you are going to be comparing. So depending upon that one, you are going to be here performing some kind of logical operation in order to check whether when we are going to be combining expression 1 and expression 2, what is the overall result. Okay, so let us say we are having expression 1, so then we are having expression 2. So here we are going to be performing some kind of operation between logical operation between expression 1 and as well as expression 2, and final result whatever we are going to be getting is here either true or false here. Okay, so let us say we are having dollar x whose value we are having 10, then we are having dollar y whose value we are having is 15. Okay, so here we are having some first expression like dollar x greater than dollar y. Okay, so then followed by that we are having the second expression as dollar x equal to dollar y. Okay, so first expression result is either true or false. At the same time, second expression result is also here true or false. Okay, so depending upon that one, so what we are going to be here performing means logical operation. So logical operations we are having three operations. So first one is logical AND, which we represent with double AND, or even you can use the symbol AND. The next one we are having is logical OR symbol, that is two vertical pipes, or the same even you can represent with OR symbol. Okay, or the next one we are having is logical NOT, so which is going to be here representing with also NOT here. Okay, so first one logical AND means when first expression 1 is true and expression 2 is also true, so then result of both the expression is true. Okay, so but whereas in case of logical OR, so when expression 1 is either of expression 1 or 2, either of expression 1 and expression either expression 1 or expression 2, if one of them is true, so then the result will be true here. So out of two expression, if at least one of the expression is true means, so then in that case the overall result of the combined expression will be here true. So NOT means expression result, if it is true then it will convert into false, if false then it is converting into true here. Okay, so something like the two expressions if you are going to be having is like this. Okay, so here you are going to be combining with AND. So here dollar x greater than dollar y, so x value is 10 greater than 35, that is first expression, then AND. So then x equal to x is 10, y is 15, x equal to y, so x value is what 10 equal to 15. So first one is false, the second one is also here false, both are false, means here the final result you are going to be getting is here false only. Okay, so that is how you are going to be performing logical operators here. Okay, so here you will go with logical operators. Then so logical operators we are having is, let us say in order to demonstrate this one, we are going to taking here two variables. So same dollar x equal to 10 I am taking, then dollar y equal to I am going to taking as 15 here. Okay, so here we want to here demonstrate echo dollar x, the same operation is, now you have to display the result, then break. Okay, so now see the output, you got error, echo dollar x greater than dollar y undone is undone. So this entire here you should not keep quotations. Okay, you got the result, see the result, 10 greater than 5 true, false, This one is also false, so result is false. False means it won't display anything. Okay, so now you want to here perform the same operation using logical OR. Instead of here logical AND, use here logical OR. Logical OR. So here 10 is greater than 15. True or false? False. 10 equal to 15. False. Both are false means here also the result will be false only. Okay. See. Here also the result you are getting is false. Okay. So now echo of, you are going to simply checking not of $x greater than y. Here not of $x greater than y. Okay, so here, so x greater than y, 10 greater than 15, true or false? False. Not of false means it has to display the result as true. True means it has to display 1. See the result. Okay, not of 10 greater than 15 you got as 1. So that is about the different types of logical operators we are having. So then the final operators we are having is string operators. Okay, so string operators we are having of two types. So one is concatenation operators, so which we are going to representing with dot symbol. The second one we are going to be here having is concatenation assignment, that we are representing with dot equals to. Okay, so let us say we are having two strings. So $str1 equal to hello. Okay, so then we are having $str2 equal to CSC. Okay, so if we are going to be combining something like $str1 dot $str2, okay, the result what is you are going to be obtaining is here. So str1 string value you are going to be combining with str2, means hello you are going to be actually combining with CSC. The result you are going to be getting is hello CSC. Okay, so that is the usage of concatenation operator. Concatenation nothing but combining two values, two string values here. Okay, so then let us say, so here now $str1 we are having again hello. Okay, so then followed by that one you are going to writing the one expression using concatenation assignment operator. Okay, so which is a shorthand operator. So $str1 dot equals to, you are having EC, something like this. Okay, what is the meaning of the statement is $str1 equal to $str1 dot EC. Okay, so meaning of this one is existing str1 is having hello, that one you are combining in ECE and again storing back in str1 itself, means str1 contents are now equal to hello EC. Okay, the same thing I am going to representing with our program also. So let us say here string operators we are having $str1 hello str2 CSC. Okay, then you are going to be here performing str1 and dot str2 echo after concatenating str1 with str2, result is, you can even display the string value also, str dot $str2. You can use here break. Okay, see the result. Okay, so seems like here the output after concatenating hello with CSC, you got hello CSC. So then echo, so here you are going to here evaluating $str1 dot equals to ECE. So after doing this one, str1 will be having now hello ECE, echo Now display str1 value. str1 is $str1 break tag. So see the result. So now str1 is hello ECE. Okay, so that is about different types of operators we are having in case of our PHP language. Okay, so then followed by we are having one last operator called ternary operator, or the same we also call as conditional operator. So here it is similar to if else condition. So let us say we are having three expression: expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. Okay, so whenever we are going to executing this kind of statements, actually expression 1 result is always here one kind of relational expression. So whose value will be here either true or false. Expression 1, so depending upon that one, whether it is true or false. So here if expression 1 result is true, then expression 2 will be here executed. If expression 1 is false, so then expression 3 will be here executed. Okay, so something like, so if you are going to having $x greater than 7, okay, so then question mark 5 colon 10 you are having. If x value is 7, then 2x we need to assign to 5. If x value is less than 7, then in that case 2x we need to assign 10 here. So that is how we are going to be executing ternary or conditional operators. Okay, so followed by that one, we need to discuss about what is meant by an expression. So expression nothing but so collection or combination of both operator and as well as operands. Okay, so operators and operands collection we generally call as here expression. Okay, so let us say we are having a plus b into c equal to 0. So it is one kind of expression. Why? Because here we are having multiple operators and as well as operands. Here operands we are having is a, b and as well as c. Operators we are having is plus, asterisk and equals to. Even 0 is also one kind of operand here. Okay, so whenever we are going to evaluating any kind of expression, so actually we need to here know about two things. So one is so operator precedence. Okay, the second one is operator associativity. Okay, so what is meant by operator precedence means when we are having multiple operators like this. So in case of any expression, which operator we need to first execute. Okay, so that one we need to here decide with the help of operator precedence. Means, so how we are going to be deciding is here, so depending upon the operator priority. Okay, so some operators will be having high priority than other operators here. So depending upon that one, we are going to selecting which operator we need to here first evaluate. Okay, so then associativity nothing but, so when two operators, either it may be same or different, are having same kind of precedence. Okay, for operators we are having means in that case, so here how we need to evaluate. So whether from left to right or right to left. So that one we generally call as associated. So let us say we are having here a plus b into c, okay, equal to 0. Okay, or simply we are having a plus b into c. So or 7 plus 6 into 5. Okay, so this kind of expressions we are having. So where we are having multiple operators plus and multiplication. So out of them, which one we need to perform? Whether we need to first evaluate a plus b or we need to first evaluate b into c. So how we are going to be deciding means, so depending upon operator precedency. Okay, so here multiplication operator will be having high precedence or priority than addition. So because of that, so here first we need to perform b into c. Later we need to here add that result to a here. So first we need to perform multiplication, then we need to perform addition here. Okay, so instead of that one, let us say we are having the expression a plus b into c by d. Okay, so where we are having three different operators. Okay, so out of them, so here plus is having less priority or precedence compared to multiplication and as well as here division. Okay, so here if you observe multiplication and division, both will be having same priority. So when we are having same priority operation, which one we need to here perform first, whether we need to perform B into C or C by D, means whether we need to perform here right to left operation or left to right operation. So that one we generally call as operator associativity. So in this case we need to go with left to right here. So means first we need to here perform B into C. So then whatever the result you are going to be obtaining, so that one you need to here divide with D. So then followed by that, whatever the result you are going to be obtaining, so that one you are going to adding to the A. So this is how you are going to be executing this particular expression. So that is about operator precedence and as well as operator associativity. Okay, so you can also verify the same kind of things, means the precedence of all the different types of PHP operators we are having. So within your material also. Okay, so we are having one table for table particular. So in that you can verify all the things. Okay, so thank you.